What's going on, guys? Duelim here, back again with another video, and today we're going to be recapping my week 5 of Cosmic Crucible. I told you guys I'd show you how my room 1 defense went and what good things happened to it or bad things happened to it, and what I'm going to be doing for week 6 to maximize results and make sure I'm staying in the higher tiers to make sure I'm getting as many diamond rewards as I can. So if you guys are ready, let's get into it. All right, guys, coming in to my Cosmic Crucible, you can see I went 1 and 2 this week, and this is entirely my fault. I should have won every single matchup here, but I dropped fights in places I shouldn't have dropped fights, or I don't normally, which we will recap here. So first, we went against Ruin Lord. We're going to show my attacks here. So I did MOE versus Unlimited with Quicksilver here. The mistake I made here is I didn't stun the Quicksilver, so he sapped some efficiency from me. Stunning the Quicksilver with Moonstone would have been way better than hitting that Gambit, because Gambit, honestly, a couple extra pings, not that big of a deal. Room number 2, Superior 6 into SD Noir is always nice when you could stretch that. APOC, even better into an Infinity Watch when you can pull that one off. And then room number 4, we did the sack with Invaders against the Out of Time Extreme. He threw a cap in here instead of Rogue, but I still sacked it for safety. And then I used Sus Hive Mind. And obviously, Hive Mind is not that big, but Sus kind of bolsters that, which was nice. Room number 5, New Warriors goes into the Doom NA. It works great. Doom gets rewound into Oblivion. Doesn't really matter. And then room number 6, the Tango Nova Kestrel Iron Man Infinity War into the Hero Asgard Dorm. It's a pretty straightforward matchup. It could have gone even better if I just stunned the Valkyrie and then just let it ride from there with the Nova, but you get the trauma stun on Vol, and then it's pretty much over from there. Going into my defense here, you could see my room 1 with Rolk, Dorm, Quicksilver, Omega Red, and Hulk did well. He tried to Pegasus it and had a combat canceled, and then it pulled a full Superior 6. So this is an absolute win, honestly. Even if he didn't combat cancel with the Pegasus, the fact that it pulled a Superior 6 was really good. Room number 2, he had some troubles with the RNG for New Warriors, which I will show you guys how to combat that now. There's a new counter that you guys can use against SD Noir with New Warriors that works great. Room number 3, he used Sus, Eternals, Rolk, and Venom and got an 8367. Again, if you're using Rolk, Sus, and stuff against this, that's a win against Infinity Watch, in my opinion. Room number 4, he tried to Hive Mind APOC originally. As you can see on a 300k punchdown, doesn't work as well. And then he used MOE with APOC, and essentially he uses the special from Titania on my Black Knight, uses the special from Kang on my Black Knight, and then Black Knight drops the taunt, and then you pretty much play it out from there. This is just a factor of bigger tunes going against smaller tunes, and me not spending as much money. So wallet harder, folks. Room number 5, super straightforward, Tangled into Darkhold. And then room number 6, he used Hive Mind, full Hive Mind, Vulture into my Hero Asgard Ball kind of bait comp, which it's fine. It does okay. But round 1 was a win. For round 2, we went against Slugs. In room number 1, we had a little bit of an issue with our new counter because I misplayed it. But this counter is absolutely nuts against an SD Noir. You see, we drop Dagger and we put in the Lizard here. And the Lizard just does work. So what happens here is Spider-Man Noir will take the first turn. But then Lizard is going to go and grab a taunt and take all those positive effects off of the Secret Defenders, and then Ms. Marvel Hardlight has to hit Lizard, so there's no more RNG of your Gwenpool getting rewound, which is just incredible. And then you also have a better character here instead of just a crappy pre-taunt who's probably going to die. You can see the second time I played it correctly. The way I misplayed it was Robbie was on an island and I just focused him. I should have just gone for the 3-piece that wasn't involving Black Cat, and it would have been better. Second attack worked great. Room 2, super straightforward as usual. Room 3, you could see an 8359 against an Infinity Watch with this counter is great. What you need to do with your big-time Spider-Man is special on Adam Warlock, and it'll hit Adam Warlock and Nebula, because Gamora will always take a turn, and she will clear all those negative effects, so she will absolutely hit your people, and then she'll clear her own revive, so it gives you more efficiency. Room number 4, we did the sack here. I actually had somebody die on the sack too because that rogue was a striker and hit into the striker attack, the vulnerable on Bucky. But the extra energy actually didn't matter. So you see the sack here and then MOE APOC against this. And this is a decked out extreme with rogue. Like this is about as big as it gets without having 3 diamonds or 2 diamonds on BK. This guy was level 100. So the fact that this sack and MOE APOC works for me, it's going to work for you. It was an 800k punch up almost. So still super, super good. Room number 5, Superior 6 on defense here. I use Sus, Doom, and then I don't have Vol on offense because she's on defense in 6 still. So I just threw in Eternals and then Hela for some Greg rewinds, which helps out. The 2 diamonds, 650k Green Goblin pinged my Doom twice, who's level 99, level G18. Pinged him twice, pushed him, and then we were good to go. I have the Sus positioned next to the Doom, so when Sus takes 2 turns in a row, Doom gets pinged twice. Also, with Super Scroll, you want a basic turn 1 on Lizard, and then special turn 2 somewhere where Green Goblin is, so he gets rewound. Super Scroll gets 2 turns in a row because of all the buffs they get on spawn, so make sure you're doing that, and you want to make sure you have the Disrupt on Lizard so he doesn't get that reflexive taunt as well. And then room number 6, Superior 6, and then since I didn't have Lizard, I just used Void Knight here, just as a bigger character who also gets benefits from the Superior 6 and stuff like that. So it worked out pretty well. Well, let's check out the defense. So on defense, my little creation here, I took Dormammu off of here and I put Captain America to combat the new warriors going into here because they can block the Gwen special. As you can see, he took a 3 diamond Doom, 3 diamond Vulture, a 3 diamond Kestrel, and still almost lost. His Vulture took the ride. My Quicksilver ended up ulting with literally 51% health. So if he ulted with below 50% health, he would have wiped the whole board, and this would have been a win. So this defense has been treating me really, really well, so I suggest you guys try something like this if you can swing it. Room number 2, he got good RNG with New Warriors against SD Noir. Room number 3, he got the APOC Eternals BTS counter. Room 4, he tried to one-shot it with Sus MOE. Did not work well. Left up Nightcrawler and Gambit, and then came in with a cleanup with Vol, Namor, Fury, and then some NA members. Room 5, same old against Darkhold. And then room 6, full Hive Mind once again in here. It actually did better than the last time. But this makes it so Hive Mind pretty much has to come in here, or something better has to come in here because of the Dormammu issues here. But yeah, round 2 was a loss because I dropped that fight testing out the New Warriors Lizard counter. Round number 3, you see here, Cyclops did Cyclops things to me. So Sunspot was able to special, give Cyclops the energy. He was below 50% health, and then he deleted me. It is what it is. It happens. I think from now on, instead of ability blocking the Nightcrawler with the Kraven, I'm going to ability block the Sunspot because Nightcrawler specialing without charges honestly doesn't really matter that much. So I think I'm going to end up doing that on Sunspot to avoid that issue. But you can see this is an absolutely massive team. Came in with Death Seed to clean it up. Room number 2, straightforward, same old. Noir did absolutely nothing here, changed nothing. Room number 3, same counter. There was a Quicksilver in here, and I overthought this actually. You could play this the exact same as normal. The Quicksilver does absolutely nothing. You're going to get a stun on him with Gwenom before he even takes a turn, even if he gets that RNG speed up. Room number 4, I was talked into chat to one-shot this because there was no Nightcrawler here. Because there was no Nightcrawler here. So I one-shot it. This was sketchy. I would say make Titania a skirmisher to make sure you get some vulnerables on the Black Knight early so that Kang can get that extra hit with the striker attack into him, so that you're able to stun the rogue, because then Gambit's going to stun himself. But it did work, but I would say it's definitely some pucker factor for sure. Room number 5, again, we had a smaller Superior 6 here, a 2.6 million Superior 6. The last one was 3.1. Here, my Doom did not get pushed from the 2 pings from Green Goblin, but I got lucky and had a Greg positioning where Doom got hit again by another ping when Greg took a turn. So you could have a Doom that's too big sometimes. You can see mine's only 5 red. I will not take him bigger than that, but the counter still worked, which was great. And then room number 6, we had Big Time with SD in here. So I just used the pre-taunt with New Warriors, and it worked super, super well. The pre-taunt is to avoid the issues of Big Time hitting my Gwen, and then my Gwen won't get the taunt. Big issues there, so I took no RNG problems and just took in the Zombie Juggernaut. You could also take in the Lizard here as well, and then throw in like VK here too for an extra ability block, which would be great. It doesn't matter, honestly. So it's definitely... It's a choice. If you want a pre-taunt that's probably not going to die, it could be a good choice here because obviously Lizard will get the extra speed from the Spider-Verse characters. But then on defense, you'll see he used Eternals, Kestrel, Namor, and Fury and destroyed my room 1. It was a super clean fight. Obviously, Eternals did work. Namor rewound, all that good stuff. Kestrel does things. Room number 2, he used Sus and Doom here and MOE, and it was a struggle. Doom got ability blocked and died. Did not do anything. Room number 3, he has the luxury of using War Dogs against my Infinity Watch on a almost 1.2 million punch down because he takes war super seriously. Room number 3, he used an NA sack. Literally, he just came in, got the special from Nightcrawler, got the special from Rogue, and then came in with Hive Mind, Vulture, and APOC. And this is absolutely a function of having a massive Hive Mind, so don't expect this to always work for you. But the Vulture, turn 1, takes the taunt off of Black Knight, which is really nice. And then you could just go to town from there. Room number 5, simple, same old, same old. And then room number 6, he tried to use New Warriors here. You can see it was an 8354, so pretty inefficient. So this is a win in my books if New Warrior struggles here. He did kill a bunch of people, the low people, the Thor, the Valkyrie, and then they got the revives, and then Valkyrie passive procced, and then Vol ulted. Honestly, if I had a bigger Vol, this probably would have ended. And if I had a bigger Beta Ray Bill, this probably would have ended the match because they all got to ult, which was really, really nice. But it's inefficient. It pulled something pretty decent, so I'll take it. But I did lose because I dropped this attack in room number 1, unfortunately, or else I would have won this one as well. But that's going to be the recap for season, Season 6, week number 5. So we've got some cool new counters. We've got the Lizard going into the SD Noir to help out. You see my room 1 is doing some pretty cool things on defense here. I like it. There's a lot of RNG that goes into it unless you bring something big like Barone did here. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys adopt that room 1 or put your own spin on it to see what helps and what works. But until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, y'all.